Thank you. Such a tease. I am a tease. Okay, so they're going to change the sets around here a little bit, and then we'll be right back to you.
Have a photo op.
Oh, we're doing a photo op.
Oh, yes.
Well, they're not doing any photos yet.
Guitars on,
Down front.
Oh, don't! It's all right, they love you.
Should we move a mic?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, my eye.
Okay, gather around. This is photo op. The 2012 All-Starr Band.
Tight, guys.
This one is for you. And this one is for you. Hey. I want to sit over there.
Over here.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay. See you on the internet.
Hello. Hi.
Around. You're the boss, Mark.
All right, let's take some questions. Start here,
Thank you.
on the left.
Over here. Hi Ringo, this is Gus from Backstage Access. Welcome to Niagara
Good
Falls.
to see you again.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Question. You just came out with a new album titled Ringo 2012.
Exactly.
And for you, what goes into the recording process? Do you take a different process every time you make a new album, or do you follow the same regimen? How do you do that?
Wow, good question.
Yeah, well, usually you write the song and then put the track to it. But on the last two CDs, I found some sort of rhythm patterns I enjoy on the synth, and then I play drums to that, and put all the percussion on it, tambourine, maracas. And I have a big gong in the studio I use at our house in LA. And if I come to the gong, I have to start calling musicians. That's the end of my road. And then, I put some, how I feel, that's a verse, that's a chorus, and then I ask people to come in and join me, and we'll write a song to that track. So I'm really, the last two CDs I've done in reverse.
Okay.
But this one was interesting in 2012 because there's two covers of songs I wrote in the 70s. Two redos, two covers of other songs, thinking, oh, but that's how the record started, for us to do that Buddy Holly number. And then 5 original tracks, so it's just interesting. I love to hang out with musicians, play, we have a lot of fun. I don't believe in a lot of pressure, so I do it at home, so if it gets tight, I can go and have a cup of tea.
Thank you.
I hope that answered your question.
Yes.
Hi Ringo, my name's Mark Coburn. I'm over here. Over here.
Oh, okay.
I'm with the British Beatles magazine.
How are they doing?
They're doing great. They send their peace and love. I was just wondering, the only thing on my bucket list is to have my picture taken with you. Musically speaking, is there anything on your bucket list that you haven't done or would like to do?
Well, I think I'm still doing it, 2 years ago I was here with another band, I'm here with this band, I'm still getting to play with good players, hang out in the studio. That's the dream still unfolding for me. When I was a kid, I wanted to play the drums, and I wanted to play, then I wanted to play with good people, and of course that ended up great in my case, but it's still happening. I'm playing with all these people, new songs. It's what I love to do, and I'm still doing it, so I'm blessed, really.
So living the dream. Thank
I'm
you.
still living the dream, baby.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
We are the bucket.
Over here on the left. Hi Ringo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, Tom Jennings. Pleasure to talk to you. Just a quick question. We've got Father's Day coming up, so there's been some reports in the press of some children of famous musicians, namely former Beatles, potentially getting together and forming a band. If you could talk a little bit about that, maybe about your son Zach, who really is a career drummer right now, and growing up and working with Pete Moon and things like that.
Well, I can talk about my son because I know him pretty well. He's an incredible musician, and not only drummer, he's a really cool guitarist. And you know, he, out of our family, is more like me in the expression of he just loves to play as well. So he's doing that. And as far as you know, I read about the band too, but as far as I know, neither of my sons will be in it. You'll have to ask the others what they think about it.
Hi there, Paul Wainwright, the Stories of Classic Rock Ringo. Paul McCartney said you were the best drummer in the world.
Yeah.
So would the Beatles have made it without you and without George?
No. Without George, I would have been a folk group. Yeah, that's very kind of Paul, but he is the most amazing bass player for me. He's the most melodic I've ever worked with. I've worked with some really good bass players. I don't know if that answers your question, but hey.
Well, so does the drummer hold the band together?
Well, I do. Yes, I hold my. Yeah.
That's a lot to do with per diem.
You get them all in, Todd.
Nobody's ever going to ask me a
Ask Tony
question.
questions, so I'll jump on him.
Hi, Ringo. Marshall Ward, Rockseller Magazine. Recently, we lost Levon, Helm, and
We did.
Clarence Clemens, who were in your first All-Star Band. Can you please share a story about each of them and working with them?
It was great. Clarence was great because, you know, I was so nervous on the first All-Stars, and I wanted a big guy I could lean on, and no one was bigger than him. And he was, you know, a great musician, and he was a lot of fun to have around. Levon, of course. I love Levon. I loved his playing. I loved him as a man. You know, we were close over the years. He also was on like the Ringo album. So yeah, you know, this happens. You know, the wheel keeps turning, and God bless them both.
Yeah, that's what Slow Down is about.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It's Jeff Woods from the Legends of Classic Rock and the Complete Beatles, the syndicated shows in Canada. First of all, I just want to say it's a real thrill to have all of you, Ringo and the rest of you, on stage. And I wish you luck on the tour. My question, I spoke a couple of weeks ago with the sweet and wonderful brother-in-law, Joe Walsh. And he was forthcoming about a lot of things. One that I wanted to share with you was that he said one of his mentors in the 70s was Keith Moon. And I wondered who your greatest mentor was, Ringo, and why.
Keith Moon.
And why?
He was just so kind. Keith was a great friend of mine, and you know, everyone has this picture of Keith being wild man, but he was an uncle to my children, and he had a very big heart, and underneath all the madness that he liked to create, he was a very gentle soul. But he was a dear friend, and you know, and Joe's line actually is that he woke up one morning and Keith Moon was his friend.
In the same bed?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ringo, Jim Fink from Business First Buffalo.
Okay.
This is for both you and Todd. To dovetail off the Levon Helm question, you played together with him. Todd, you produced or engineered the Stage Fright album. Can you talk about what Levon meant to you musically, and will you be doing the Wait or anything when you play Woodstock on Saturday night?
No, we won't be playing. We'll be playing what the band have rehearsed for the last week. But you know, Levon on style his drumming style was incredible, and it really belonged to him. The way he put, you know, the drums don't have all those chords the guitarists have. They have where they can either put something in or leave something out, and that's our art, really. And he was great at it, and a great singer.
Oh, yes, indeed. And also, I think that it's maybe not a well-known enough fact that Levon really was the band. No, I'm not trying to insult anyone here, but everyone else in the band was from Canada, and he actually was from Arkansas, and they all drifted into his way of thinking about music. You know, essentially was the most authentic thing, I believe, about the band. You know, that he didn't have to have any pretense about what he was doing. He was naturally himself. He was, of course, a mensch and a sweetheart, and I loved him until the moment that he left this plane. So, thank you.
Hi, Ted Gates, Oldies 1150 CKOC. Welcome to Canada again, Ringo. It's great to have you here, and what a great All-Star Band lineup. Ringo, we talk about 50th anniversaries, the Rolling Stones, the Beach Boys, but what about the Beatles? 1962, it was 50 years ago that you recorded your first major hit, Love Me Do.
They keep saying it was 1962,
62.
but actually I didn't join the band until August, so we got to wait a while.
Right. Well, September you recorded it, right? Well, here's an idea, a thought. For the Lotus Foundation, you and Paul McCartney get together again for the 50th anniversary, Peace and Love Me Do. What do you think?
I think that's great. Give me a number, I'll have someone show you.
All right. Thank you very much.
And we'll be back after the break.
Graham Rocky from the Hamilton Spectator. Ringo, Sir Paul's got a big birthday coming up pretty soon, and he performed with you for your 70th birthday. And I'm wondering if you're going to repay the favor for his birthday.
Well, I do know what he's doing on his birthday, and I know what I'm doing, and we're not doing it together. But I do send him a lot of love, as you know. So we met up a couple of times this year, and he's not going the way I did. I went to Radio City, and he's going somewhere else.
Hello, Ringo and the All-Stars. I'm Thomas from RockMusicStar.com. And my question is, what is the audition process like to be in the All-Stars?
They all auditioned me, actually.
That's just, Rick should decide. Ringo decides who we'd like to have in the band, and the songs are the hits. And everybody up here has great songs. There's really no audition, I don't believe, right?
No, there's no audition. The criterion is that you've had a hit sometime this or the last century. And I think, I need a keyboard, I need a guitar, and we need a bass player, we need someone wacky on the far end. And, that's how I put it together, really. I mean, there's a lot of management sending names of musicians. I feel some musicians, and some musicians mention it. And I just have to sit there in the end and say, well, I think that would be a great combination for Ringo and the All-Stars. And then, everyone's contacted, and then we meet up here, and I don't know if it's going to work the day before we get here, but so far, for the last 23 years, it's worked. So this is what we do. But I'm surrounded here with incredible musicians.
If I may interject.
What could go wrong? And incredible writers and incredible songs. And everybody knows who's come to see Ringo and the All-Stars that we are the best 1-800 band in the land. We are, because we are the band. We're not my band, his band, him and his band. It takes forever, one of those stories. We are all up there. And it was pointed out we did South America, just the best line I ever heard. We're doing South America, and this other well-known musician who was there said, "Oh, how great, no sidemen." Because everybody's up.
Would you ever record a CD with this band?
Well, we always make a DVD. Every All-Star there's a DVD. And I'm sure if you go to .com, you'll find it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to interject in case nobody asked the question, but this is my third experience with the band. And this is the first time I felt like the band actually, from a non-musical standpoint, actually walks the walk, the whole peace and love thing. Every day we play together, we love each other more, we go out to dinner together, we go to the movies together, and that inspires us to play better and better and better as we go along, and I guarantee by the time we get to the end of this tour, we're going to be delivering renditions that surpass anything we have done before. We have a musical capacity, but sometimes, you don't all get in sync together. We are completely on the same page under the leadership of this man here. It's all about the band.
I'd just like to interject that at the end of the song, maybe we'll know the songs.